It's great to have you here. And for everybody who doesn't know you yet, can you introduce yourself and tell us about your role?
My name's Joanna Ford. I'm a partner at Cripps. We're a law firm based in the southeast of England. I am responsible for the sustainability initiatives that we're doing internally at Cripps.
How did you first hear about bee conservation?
So we were looking to install a beehive. We have a flat roof. So we looked into a number of options, including just buying a beehive and some bees ourselves. But we felt that that would be quite a lot of work and we didn't know enough about beekeeping. So we looked at companies that would be able to help us with that, and we found bee conservation through that way.
Why do you think having a beehive has worked so well for Cripps?
A few years ago, we were looking at some sustainability initiatives. And because we have this flat roof, we felt that that would be ideal for a beehive, and it would be a really nice way of getting slightly back in touch with nature, giving our staff an opportunity to learn a bit about beekeeping and also to help contribute towards biodiversity in the local area.
Was there anything you were unsure about when you were considering installing a hive at your office?
So we were slightly unsure because we didn't know anything about beekeeping. And so I think that aspect made us a little bit unsure. But because we decided to do it through bee conservation, it meant that that kind of worry was taken away because there was someone helping us who knew what they were doing.
Can you explain how the service works?
What happens is we pay an annual fee towards bee conservation. And in return for that, we have a beautiful hive with our branding and our logo on it, which Bee Conservation have populated it with a colony of bees. And Bee Conservation comes in weekly to check on the bees and just make sure that they're okay. The bees become dormant in the winter. So it slightly varies from weekly to 2 weekly and then possibly monthly over the winter. And we have a group of volunteers that we have bee suits that people wear, and they accompany to learn more about the bees and help with the beekeeping.
What's the experience been like?
So we have a rota of probably around 20 to 25 people who participate in the beekeeping. And every week we have 3 people who check on the bees. People have a brilliant feedback. They really, really enjoy the experience and are keen to just do as much of it as they can. Tyler's also come in to do talks for us on beekeeping and bees, and they've been really well attended, and people have really enjoyed learning about bees more, how they fit into the ecosystem, and also getting hands-on and actually experiencing what bees are like kind of close up and how the practice of beekeeping works.
What do you think are the biggest benefits of having the beehive?
I would say the biggest benefit of having the hive has been enabling our staff to try beekeeping, because that's not something that's necessarily accessible to many people unless you have your own hive. The other benefit is that we also get a number of pots of honey every year that we generally gift to clients who are also involved in sustainability initiatives as a way of saying thank you and recognising that there are others who are also doing things towards sustainability.
Did you know anything about beekeeping before you went on your first visit?
No, so the really great thing is that because we've got Bee Conservation helping us and really leading how it all works, we haven't needed to know anything at all to start off with about how to beekeep, because we've been accompanying visit and learning as we go. It is more complicated than I think we originally thought, so we're really pleased that we've got someone helping us and that we're not doing it on our own.
How do you think bees contribute to sustainability?
We're doing lots of other things, but this is a slightly different thing that is more around education and awareness around how important bees are, and also just helping contribute a little bit towards the biodiversity of the local area.
What challenges are there having a beehive?
Because beekeeping is a bit more involved than I think I ever realised. And it would have been a huge responsibility to have taken on our own. But with Bee Conservation helping us, it's become much more achievable to get involved in beekeeping without just being on our own and having to learn how to do it ourselves.
How would you best describe corporate beekeeping?
I would describe corporate beekeeping almost like a kind of subscription service for being able to keep a hive of bees without having the quite big responsibility of learning all about beekeeping yourself. They support the organisation to be able to learn more about bees and beekeeping in a way that means that we can get on with our day jobs, but whilst also kind of promoting the sustainable goals that we're looking towards.
Would you recommend bee conservation?
I feel that we get quite a lot for our subscription. And so as well as getting the hive and the bees and the support with the beekeeping and expertise, we also get the honey that our hive produces. I definitely think it's worthwhile. And as an organisation, we've got a lot out of partnering with bee conservation.
And finally, what 3 words would you use to describe bee conservation?
Rewarding, convenient, and educational.